I was saying should like the whole time. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people get confused.
Oh, I gotta get your original.
No, that's fine. I'll read from this.
Because I came in here, when was it? Tuesday? Let's see. And it's way in somebody's office. I nicely went
At least I know they like it since they all keep
you know you gotta go back and update it because it ain't got.
I saw somebody wrote in one.
Can you hush?
I'll update it.
Leave perfection alone.
I'll have it by next week. I'll take this one with me.
Because, I mean, they were just blown away how, I was like, yeah, that's why we can't keep nothing in here. All right, Boss Lady, you ready?
Yep.
Thank you, ma'am. You ladies can begin in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, Fayetteville, and welcome back to What's Going On, Fayetteville. We are so excited to be here with you today, and we are on the WIDU 1600 AM, and I just want to let you know where you can find us and listen to us throughout the county and Fayetteville, or North Carolina, actually. So we are WIDU 1600 AM on Fayetteville, North Carolina, WYDU 1160 AM in Red Springs, WAGR 1340 AM in Lumberton, and WEWO, that's WeWo 1460 AM in Laurinburg. And also on 99.7 FM, WIBU. And this is the We Do Radio Network. And please call in today. We would love to give a chat with you. The number you can call in at is 910-483-6111. And you can find us and listen online at WIDU1600.com. So, people, we are so excited to be back today. And today we have with us Miss Sarah Suggs. Am I saying it right? Okay. I just asked her too, like 2 seconds ago, so that goes to show like how long my memory is. She is here with us to give us a little bit of information about an upcoming event that I think we all know about, but I can't wait for her to give us more details about it. And Sarah, just real quick, tell us who you are and what you're representing, and then don't give us all the info though, because then I'll clip over and we'll talk about what's happening this week.
Okay, so first of all, thank you guys for having me. I'm really excited to be back on here for the second time. So I'm with the Fayetteville Dogwood Festival, which is a pretty large event here in the community, and I am going to be talking about our upcoming Fall Festival, which is kind of a branch off of our spring event. So
yeah, and I think I've been to the spring one. I've actually never been to the fall.
Oh, you're in for a treat.
I'm excited. But before we jump into that, I want to let you guys know exactly what is happening now, actually today, and upcoming this week. So right now we are still doing donations for those impacted by Hurricane Florence, and some of the stores downtown are actually collecting. One is Turner Lane store. They're doing for No Pets Left Behind, and they are collecting pet items. Prest is also collecting White Trash, Greg's Pottery, as well as Rude Awakening Coffee House. So you guys can go down there and drop off donations if you have them. We would love it. Also happening right now, all the way through October 7th, still happening rather, and you guys know I am a super big fan of this show. It is Music City by Cape Fear Regional Theater, which is located at 1209 Hay Street. I attended one of the show, and Sarah, you went to one, right?
Yes, I went to one, and I just have to say, I'm a huge country music fan, so they have a great combination between having some songs that you hear on the radio that are kind of classics, and then some of their original songs, and they're just amazing singers, amazing actors, and the storyline was just so sweet. And I mean, there wasn't a dry eye in that place.
I know.
It kind of
there's some moments there. We don't want to give you spoilers because we want you to go, but there's some really touching moments. There's humor in there.
It's so funny.
There's drama. It's a well-rounded show.
It is, and it's truly one of those. I think kids would enjoy it.
Yes,
couples will enjoy it. I went with a couple other, my boyfriend and I went with a few other couples. We all loved it. So, I mean, men, women, kids, everyone. I think it's one of the best ones they've had in a while. It is.
It's one of the best productions. And the choreography, I don't know if you realize, was done by Tice DiOrio. Who used to be, or he's been on So You Think You Can Dance.
Yeah, and you could tell the choreography was amazing.
Top notch, right? Yeah. And then also the main actor who plays TJ or JT. I get it mixed up every day. Yeah, it's TJ. He is actually Des Duran. He was a finalist on The Voice.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I found that out.
Serious talent.
Serious talent.
And I actually heard that So obviously the Cape Fear Regional Theater, a lot of these, to include this one, are kind of these traveling actors that they go from theater to theater and combine with some local actors to put these shows on. And I believe, if my research was correct, I think that the Cape Fear Regional Theater is actually the first theater to have Music City at it, which I thought was really cool that we had it. Because I think this is good. Yeah, we had it right here in Fayetteville.
If that's true, that's really. I know we did speak to the director, and the director was, I want to say her name right, Mary Catherine Burke, and I did get to meet her after our show, and she did say, like, I didn't even know they did this, but directors, they kind of sit in the audience and they read the reactions and how people are feeling, and she's actually adjusted it as the show has gone on, like certain moments were different in other shows because she saw maybe the audience didn't react to that part, and it was so cool to find that out. Like, I had no idea. It's neat, right?
Like, they're very in tuned and they really care about
and they adjust according to
like
how the audience is reacting.
Yeah, that is really cool. I didn't realize that. That's kind of weird to think that you might be sitting beside, like, the director.
Exactly. I'm sure she's not, like, right in the middle of the audience, but it was still exciting to find it out. And the other thing so that's happening right through October 7th, and we just had Wade walk in. Hey,
by the way, I was listening on the radio. Did that sound great? And yes, you're right. It is the first time. It is an original to the Cape Fear Regional Theater.
Yep.
So it's really good. And the person who wrote the songs for it, actually 5 of the songs in the program were actually #1 on the country Billboard.
That's like what I was saying, that a lot of them are originals, but then some of them
you recognize,
which is really, it's a really nice blend.
Yeah, it's I went to it last night. It was
you
kind
did.
of fun.
You saw, that was last night your first time seeing the whole show?
Yeah.
It was good.
And it's kind of interesting for the way, always there's somebody up front who always thanks the sponsors and all this everything else. They did it kind of like a rap song.
They did.
Really?
Yeah, it was really.
See, so that was totally different because they didn't do that like that when I saw it.
Yeah, it was funny. She gets up there. It's the woman who's a local actress who is playing the one of the
She's
characters,
the bar owner.
The Wicked Tickle.
And she gets up there and does like kind of a little country rap.
Yeah,
talking about all of our local sponsors.
That's
it was really funny.
See, cool. I missed that one. I feel like I need to go see it again so I can catch up on what they changed or what's different. But you guys still have a chance to see it. So like I said, it's running through October 17th. You can head over to cfrt.org to get your tickets, and it is definitely a must-see show. I would definitely check it out. Another show that's happening is at Gilbert Theater, and it is Godspell. That's also happening through October 7th. And Gilbert Theater is right downtown on 116 Green Street. And Godspell is a popular play, but I have never seen it.
I haven't either.
You haven't? So I'm really interested. I think I might try to get there before the show ends. But that's happening at Gilbert Theater, and you can get tickets for that at gilberttheater.com. And then today is actually day 2 of the International Folk Festival, which started last night downtown. It's the 40th Annual International Folk Festival, and it's actually going on until tomorrow. Today, it's a free festival presented by the Arts Council in partnership with Vanguard Compare Foods. And today, there's a Parade of Nations starting at 10:30 on Hay Street. And then 12 noon to 8 p.m. is Festival Park, and they're having extended hours with live performances, multiple stages, international cafe, arts, crafts, vendors, children's area. So if you're looking for somewhere to be today, that's the place you want to go.
And if you've never seen the Parade of Nations, you really need to go see it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's really cool.
Is
I mean,
it?
I don't know how many they have upwards of 50 nations
represented
in the thing. I think they've had as many as 70.
It's a very unique experience.
Yeah, and you see all the different traditional dress from the nations and the music and stuff like that. It's really, really well worth going to see.
And they also said this evening there's going to be a special performance by Williamsburg Salsa Orchestra. And
I think I'm going to
have
to go see that.
Yeah, it sounds real. Just the name alone has your
Although I'm not, the one thing I want to make sure they've done is that they've sprayed the park for mosquitoes.
Didn't they spray yesterday?
Yeah, I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
I'm sure they probably did again earlier today.
The mosquitoes have been ridiculous. My kids have like 8-10 bites apiece. I'm like, I'm so sorry, kids. I don't even know what to do. Like, I just spray them down with off every morning.
Well, somebody said if you hear a knocking on your door,
it's a mosquito.
Mosquito.
I can't wait.
By the way, I just want to tell you one thing. We would be remiss if we didn't mention this at the very beginning of the show. If you love this show, tell these people thank you. These are the people who sponsor us. It's the UPS store in Westwood, and I'm going to tell you what, they can do anything for you. And, of course, your local hometown security experts, Home Security, right here in downtown Fayetteville on Hay Street. We thank them for their support and let them know that you heard about them through us.
Yes, please do. And then the second day of the Folk Festival is tomorrow, and that's going to be at Festival Park from 12 noon to 6 p.m., and that's just a continuation of all the fun that's happening today. Also happening now, all the way through November, Gallberry Corn Maze has opened up for their fall festivals. We're actually going to get a chance to go as NC bloggers. I think next Saturday is when we get to go. I've been to Gallberry Corn Maze a few times because it's like the field trip spot for most schools in Cumberland County. And I'm still excited to go again because there's so much to do. It's so much fun, and there's a corn maze. So be sure if you're looking for a little bit of fall fun, that's where you need to go. Gallberry Corn Maze. And then lastly, happening this week is on October 5th on Saturday from 6 to 8 p.m. is Lighted Up Fayetteville in Pink. And this is actually for October, which is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And they are hosting a social to promote awareness and raise funds for breast cancer research. And it's going to be held at the Metropolitan Room on 109 Green Street. And if you want to check that out, just look up Light Up Fayetteville in Pink on Facebook and you can find out more details.
And I'll just tell you that I have a personal interest in this. I lost my first wife to breast cancer, and just found out that a current friend of ours was diagnosed with breast cancer. So it is so much more prevalent than you think.
Yes.
And do not mess around, ladies. Get your mammograms
and do your self-checks.
Seriously.
Breast cancer is truly one of the cancers that, I mean, it doesn't care how old you are. No. I mean, I think there's kind of this idea that, oh, well, if you're younger, you know, but I've had family members in their late 20s, 30s that...
Well, my wife was first diagnosed with breast cancer at 32.
Exactly. It's heartbreaking.
Yeah, and I actually had 2 lumps removed. One when I was 15 and one when I was 16. So I'm very aware, and I do the self-checks because it's something you have to be aware of. You have to. And it's something that if you catch it early, you can actually, like, it's better to catch it early. So I would definitely be,
Oh, yes. Oh, hey, and by the way, there's one other thing that it's not coming up real soon, but go ahead and put it on your calendars, November the 4th. It got postponed because of Hurricane Florence, but in Festival Park, they're going to let us know what they're going to call the ball team.
Yes, I'm so super excited. I will be there, camera in hand, so if you guys want to see everything live, make sure you follow me. It is so exciting. And I can't wait. Like, when they postponed it, I knew it was because of the hurricane, but I was like, oh, darn it, I really want to know what the name was going to be.
Well, I was saying, oh, darn it, because we were planning on feeding a couple of hundred people there from the food
That's
trailer.
Right. So are you going to be at the November 4th
we'll
one?
Be there.
Okay, so I know where I'm eating.
They're actually partnering with them for the event. We're their nonprofit partner, so we're serving all the drinks and everything. So, and we've kind of helped them navigate, all the vendors and everything in Fayetteville. So it's been really
fireworks
fun.
And a kids session.
It's going to be a great event.
It's going to be amazing. So, and it's at Festival Park from 4 to 9 p.m. Because I got the release yesterday about that information. So yes, thanks, Wade, because I meant to mention that and I totally forgot. Now, before we let Sarah, I just want to acknowledge, I know you won't like this, Wade, or it doesn't affect you, but today is National Coffee Day, y'all.
Very important.
National Coffee Day. Like, Sarah has her cup. I was wishing I had mine when I saw hers. But we're going to take a break in a minute. And when we come back from the break, I'll let you guys know where you can go get your free coffee. And then we will let Sarah share all about Dogwood Festival. So we'll see you back in a bit.
You okay?
I know he don't like coffee.
Like, really?
He's like, really?
About Coffee Day.
National Coffee Day.
It's back to school time. Do you know where your kids are?
People's Choice last year.
How often you want to know when your children have gone out?
I know. He was like, really?
All the way out.
Coffee. That's what we're doing. Hey, Christy. Hey, Rob.
You'll never have to worry that your child made it home safely for school. Home Security's video solutions come to our cameras.
Oh, God.
I saw his face like,
it's like it went numb.
coffee. Really, Tiffany?
It was Friday, Saturday night.
It was actually Thursday.
Oh,
Saturday.
God.
We didn't have any food vendors on Thursday.
Oh, God, that was funny. I needed that laugh.
It just wasn't as...
You saw me glance up at him.
Yeah, because I'm looking like, he
Thursday,
had
Friday, no one comes.
better than
Spend all this
I
money, so Saturday it's just better. And people get confused. They're like, what's happening on Thursday? It's better to start over today. So, I think we might have to like I said.
We did the choice last year.
Oh, yeah.
Why are we talking about?
You all let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about it at all.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
We're already back home.
And
We got to do a live UPS ad.
You start on.
Okay. We got the home security.
I just played it. I'm gonna play it again after you go out. You ready, boss man?
Ready.
Thank you. 3, 2, 1.
And you're back live here in the studio with What's Going On Fayetteville and Tiffany. We once again would be remiss if we didn't mention our dear friends, the UPS store over in Westwood Shopping Center. Let me tell you, if you have not been by to see them yet, do you need signs made? They can make them in any shape, any color, any style. I mean, it's amazing, their machinery that they have there that does this stuff. Do you need posters? Do you need to ship things? Do you need to mail things? Do you need to buy stamps? Do you need to get business cards? Anything you need like that, they can do. And let me tell you what, they got the best prices in town. I know, because we checked, and that's who we do for all our business with at the restaurant. So when you drive by and see our sign, that was done by the UPS store. Steve Milburn and his staff over there are really caring people. They do a great job for you. They give you great service. And on top of that, Steve is very big on giving back to the community. He's a member of Kiwanis Club. He does a lot of service things for the community. And so it's just, if you need any of that, which I just mentioned, mailing, signs, printing, whatever it is you need to stop by the UPS store in Westwood. They're in the separate building on the back side of Westwood across from Defy Gravity. And you will not be disappointed if you go and work with them. And let them know you heard about them from us right here on What's Going On Fayetteville on the We Do Radio Network.
Yes, and I did say I was going to let you guys know a few places you can get your coffee when we got back. So Dunkin' Donuts is doing a buy one, get one.
Soon to be just Dunkin'.
Yes, I heard that. I don't know if I like that or not, though.
I'm a marketing person. I'm all about marketing, so I get where they're going, but I don't know that it's necessarily going to stick. I mean, but a lot of people just kind of call it Dunkin' anyway, so yeah, it's not quite as strange to me as the IHOB.
Yeah,
thing.
That was ridiculous. That was utterly ridiculous.
But I mean, I get it. They want to show that they do more than just donuts. Because truthfully, most people go there for coffee. They don't even go there for donuts. So
they're true. But if you use the app today, you can actually get a donut, I think, with the coffee. And then Krispy Kreme is doing a coffee special. Sheetz gas stations is doing a coffee special, and so is Circle K. I think I'm missing a couple, but if you want to check what they are, go to facebook.com/TheMrsTee because I put a whole list up there. Like, that's how excited I am. And I'm getting, like, the total blah face from Wade because he is not a Coffee and him do not agree with each other. But for all my fellow coffee lovers out there, go check it out because there's a lot of deals out there today. Now, we are going to chat with Sarah because she is here to let us know about the Dogwood Festival, which is happening. This is the fall version of the festival.
The Dogwood Fall Festival.
And I've actually attended the spring version as a blogger. They took us on a tour, and it was part of the tour. It was amazing. Yeah. But I've never been to the fall one. So what are the differences between the fall festival and the spring one?
Well, it is quite a bit different. I mean, obviously, our spring event has been the event in the community for 36 years, So over the years, we've just kind of continually programmed throughout the year to provide more community events for everyone. And now, for the past few years, we've done this fall festival, and it's really well received for the community because it's a lot more of just kind of a smaller event. Because a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, the crowds at the Dogwood Festival are just insane. We get an opportunity to bring in more food trucks. It's just kind of a lot more. I think our fall festival is really fun. So we have a lot for kids this year. That was one of the biggest feedback. The main feedback. Not enough kid activities. Yeah, because
I know the spring one, it didn't feel like it was necessarily kid friendly. Like they could be there, but there wasn't a lot for them to do. So the fall one is different in that way.
We do have a dedicated kids area that has really cool slides, barrel trains, all this stuff, and it's really well run.
That's where I'm going.
The kids section. I know, I should hang out over there too. Kids have all the fun.
Yeah, there's going to be rock climbing, obviously hay rides. I mean, hay rides are for people of all ages, but you know, that's a great family activity. The whole family can.
And what are the dates for the Dogwood?
So we've actually condensed it to just a 1-day, all-day event.
Wow, really? Because I know spring is like 2 days or 3 days, right?
We actually did 4 days this year for spring.
What? Okay, see, I missed out
crazy.
Completely.
But you know, with
so one full day. What date is that?
One full day. It's Saturday, October 20th.
Okay.
So, you know, we're gonna have about 25 food trucks, and we're gonna have craft beer. We're gonna have, like I said, the kids' activities. Free entertainment all day, which is kind of a trademark of the Dogwood Festival. We always make sure our entertainment is free because that's just what's important to us, to provide as much affordable fun for the community as possible.
And do we know any of the artists yet? Or
Yes, we are actually going to have a coroner tribute band called Head Games, and then Wildflowers, which is a Tom Petty tribute band. And fun fact, it's going to be on, you know, Tom Petty passed away this past year. So October 20th is actually his birthday.
Oh, wow. So that's like even more special,
yeah,
especially
it's
for that band.
really special, you know, for those Tom Petty fans, because I know he has a huge fan base. And
he's just such a heartbreaker.
I see
Welcome
what you
to
did
my
there.
world. Yeah, that's the whole show. Welcome to my world.
So, you know, we're going to be having a lot of fun. We're going to have a foodie contest where we're going to have some judges, and then we also have a People's Choice Award, which the Blind Pig actually won the People's Choice Award last year. So
then the name change is now Fowlers, but
so now they need to win one this year in honor of the name change.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you guys need to vote for Fowlers.
Yeah. So it really is a really fun event. I'm really excited. We also have historic hauntings, which is kind of how the Fall Festival began. It's a historic walking tour through the cemetery.
Oh, no.
With our actual city historian narrating it.
Yeah, but it's daytime this time, so.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
oh no, wait a minute.
It starts in the evening.
Oh, it does.
See, I can't do cemeteries in the dark. It's just too much.
So
I'm a scaredy cat. I'm sorry.
It's really cool though, because that's something that we've been partnering with the city on for years and years and years. So we've always kept that as part of our fall festival, and the city historian.
I do think it's cool though.
Oh, it's gonna be Bruce. Okay.
Bruce does
I do think it's cool if you get to learn a little bit about the history, because that's really neat.
He's
take out the fear factor part.
So they're going through Cross Creek Cemetery, the old cemetery back there off of.
Yeah. And he actually tells like true historic stories and tales about Fayetteville. It's really interesting. And then same with our hay rides. It's kind of like you ride through downtown and you're pointed out to like different things.
I know
the
House
Poe
is
House.
historical, and
Yeah,
they have
different historic things throughout downtown.
My grandfather and grandmother are buried out there, and I'd love for him to try to pronounce their names.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Can you give us a hint?
They were Russian, so his name was Prokopy.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Prokopy Tulyakov.
And if you see, I'm sure that doesn't look anything like how it sounds, right? I'm almost positive.
Maybe look at Prokopy.
Mr. and Mrs. P.
Yeah, Mrs. P, Mr. P. Okay, we're just gonna move on.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's really gonna be a fun event. Again, it's free for the community, so it's a great opportunity to bring your kids.
Are there going to be vendors and stuff too?
Yes, actually, I can't believe I forgot to mention that. But for the first year for Fall Festival, because again, we try and kind of morph our events to see kind of what people thought about the year before, and we always every year have, I mean, tons of people be like, "Where are the vendors? Where are the vendors?" Because you know, it's October, people are starting to Christmas shop. I mean,
you want to get those unique gifts that you find at vendors that you don't find in like Target.
Right. So we are on the promenade, which is that long stretch right outside the park, is where we are going to have some arts and crafts vendors. So, for kind of, you know, in line with our spring festival, we are going to have some vendors this year, which is pretty exciting.
So it sounds to me like you get food, fun, a little bit of fear, shopping,
music, lots of music, yeah.
And this, you said it's all day, so what time is it starting?
It starts at noon and it goes till 10 p.m.
That's like the perfect way to spend a day, I think. Especially if it's kid and family friendly, and with the new kids section, people, if you want somewhere to be, I would say that's the place to be.
Which the nice thing about like an all day event is that, you know, maybe if you want to bring your kids earlier on in the day, they can go on a hayride, y'all can, you know, and all that, and then maybe later on, if just
you can drop them off to somebody else, and you can come back.
Yeah, and you and your significant other can come and enjoy the music, maybe go on a historic hauntings tour. So it really is an event that
you could go on the
loves.
historic hauntings tour.
Yeah.
And blog about it, kind of like, do you?
My vlog? Yeah, but you probably hear me yelling and, oh my God,
Running
let me go home.
And if you go on it, I promise you I'll hide somewhere.
No, wait. Do not do that, because I am not one for like shocks and surprise. I will totally punch you in the face and run at this, like, and I'm out.
Now, Bruce does a great job. He gets fully in character. I mean, he's all
so he's like in that time period. Totally.
Yes, he is fully in it. I mean, he's our city historian. This is a part of
it's
his
what
he
is who
this
he
is.
is.
Yeah, this is.
I'm intrigued.
I mean, he's part of the Fayetteville Independent Light Infantry.
Yes.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I want to do it, but I don't want to embarrass myself.
I guess maybe a little in the middle would be the historic hayride, right?
Maybe I'll dip my feet in with the hayride and see how I take that, and then I'll decide from there if I want to do the cemetery tour.
You could go on the earliest historic hauntings, which is at like I think 7.
So there's still daylight, and I'm
yeah, so it's like twilight. It's not like pitch black dark.
And the weird part is, I love history. I watch it on TV all the time, but it's just something about like dark and like not knowing what's about to happen. It's weird. It's really weird.
And by the way, don't be afraid of crowds, people. It's a really great.
And I'm sure you have.
It's a great time. There's lots of room. There's lots of room, and it's not like you're jammed in a sardine can or something.
Yeah, it's an outdoor event. There are many places to go.
Yeah, it's in Festival Park's just such a nice park. I mean,
it
really
is. We did 4th of July there, and I did, like I said, I was there for the spring version. Well, a few years back, I think I did the 2015 one, but it's nothing to worry about.
Well, and that stage actually is perfect for the size of the park. It does it, It's
and I love
really,
how the
really
hill
good.
kind of like dips down, so like you can stand at the top and still see everything you want to.
Yeah, it's almost like theater seating the way it slopes down to the stage. So no matter how far back you are, you can see over top anybody that's in front of you.
We really are lucky to have such a great outdoor venue.
Yeah, and there's restaurant. Everything is there, so you don't have to worry about like, oh my gosh, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's a good size. It accommodates our crowds just fine. But people, they do not like crowds. I mean, myself included. Sometimes I'm like, so that's why our fall festival. A lot of people, sometimes that's their first kind of exposure to Dogwood
experience.
Yeah, and I'm just like.
But the fact that it's all day should help with the crowds as well, because most people will come and go, so it'll be like a good flow of people instead of just a massive crowd at one time. So I think that'll help out too.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm really excited. I think we're gonna have a really good year this year, especially because I think people will have hopefully kind of recovered from the hurricane and will kind of be ready to get out and have some fun. So
yeah, exactly. And where can they go if they want to find out more information? I know there's a Facebook event, right?
Yes,
so you can check it out on Facebook.
Yeah, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course our website.
Is it just Dogwood Festival?
FayeDogwoodFestival.com is pretty much the absolute best resource.
And then you can go from there and get to everywhere else. And also, are you still accepting vendors and everything, or is that all set?
We cut off the vendor deadline has passed, but as far as we're still selling little VIP cabanas. That is just kind of a...
And see, I had the VIP experience when we went as bloggers. You feel so special. Like, you get this, you feel really special. So if you want to feel extra special on this day, I would say do the VIP
I mean,
package.
it's just nice. It's just a nice opportunity to really kind of make your, like you said, make your experience a little more specialized, and because you get your own private little bathroom over there, and your own server, so you don't have to wait in all the lines. And we're actually including a backstage parking spot in that, which is highly
coveted. Yes,
highly coveted.
I understand that.
Because people will have to park really far away.
And if they want to do that, can they see that information in the event? Okay.
It's all online, all on Facebook. Or, people can obviously send us a Facebook message if they have any additional questions. So, we're really excited.
Yes, I have on a decaf is a bad word shirt. Why? Because it is International Coffee Day, Wade. He's looking at my shirt, people. I know you guys can't see it on air, but he's looking at my shirt because it says decaf is a bad word. And my shirt is by Grins and Grace, and
actually,
I got it.
It says decaf is a dirty word.
It's a dirty word. And it's by Grins and Grace. I got it at Press, and yes, I don't like decaf. And you know what? During the hurricane, I ran out of regular coffee. It was not pretty.
I don't drink decaf tea, so.
Oh, I prepared for that.
I thought I was prepared, but my son bought 2 boxes of regular and 1 box of decaf, and he didn't realize it was decaf. Yeah.
Well, that should be a learning lesson for him.
Yeah. Trust me, he got an earful that day.
Tammy's coming back.
Tammy is back.
That must means we're about to run out of time.
Yes, we are out of time, people.
Sorry. Time flies when you're having
fun. Time flies when you're having fun. Well, don't forget, we are sponsored by the UPS store in Westwood, where you can get all your printing and signs and everything done, and your local hometown security experts, Home Security. We use them too because they do such great work. So don't forget to let them know you heard about it here on What's Going On the We Do Radio Network. And it looks like we're going to run out and say goodbye. So say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you guys for having me.
We'll hear you next week.
Thank you all. God, that's a
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week.
It's back
Say
to
bye,
school
Sarah.
time.
Bye.
Yeah, when I heard